So I think it's just to set this up. Um, how would you define uh, existentialism? I realize that's not an uncontroversial question.
I think I'll just refer to Jean-Paul Sartre, right? One of the patron saints of existentialism. It's this notion that existence precedes essence, and the jumping point is that if, in fact, humanity is not predestined to any one outcome, what does that mean for humans, for humanity as a whole, that we have been gifted all this freedom and responsibility? Um, and then that points to the importance of choice. What does humanity do with the choices that we must make throughout our life that will determine our history? Um, the great Spanish philosopher Ortega y Gasset, and of course I'm paraphrasing here, uh, explains that man has no essence. What he has is his history. Don Quixote, and here again, I'm not quoting, I'm paraphrasing. Don Quixote, the character of the Miguel de Unamuno novel, tells his squire Sancho Panza that man is the son of his choices. Right? He becomes the son of the choices that he makes. And I believe that most of the, or all of the figures that I look at in my book have to reckon with that freedom, that responsibility of having to choose or not what to do within a universe, within an existence that is absolutely indifferent to us, and unsympathetic, 100% unsympathetic. And once these personalities, these characters realize that they are orphaned, in the sense of there's not this metaphysical, ethical being looking over us, once they realize or come to the realization that they are orphaned, what do they do with that solitude? Some of the characters reject it completely and fall into what Sartre called bad faith. They reject that reality of being the owners of their own present and future, and start to find excuses for everything that's happening to them. And then there's other characters that thrive in that solitude and decide that they are going to be the creators of their own ethics and decide to really enjoy the earthly. And I'm thinking particularly of the character in José Asuncion Silva's novel, Jose Fernandez, who is ill throughout most of the novel, and he's ill because his life projects don't provide the contentment and the authentic fulfillment that he's looking for, and it's because he's trying to find happiness within a Judeo-Christian society that is quite restrictive in terms of morality. So when he comes to that realization and he disassociates himself from that, and he just gives in to all his earthly pleasure delights, he finds a sense of contentment that he hadn't been able to find through chasing ideal love or following what his society thought a man of his stature should do. He literally starts to create his own life project based on his own parameters of what will make him feel content. And at that moment, he actually is released from that sense of anguish and that illness that's been dogging him throughout the novel. Of course, what is somewhat paradoxical is that the character, right, finds an authentic sense of being, but the author himself commit suicide in 1896. So it's as if he wrote an avatar that could live on in the way he wished he could, but the weight of social expectation for Asuncion Silva was too much, and he committed suicide.